So close yet so far away from the end of the semester here at UT Knoxville. What's up, everyone? Thank you for tuning into this season finale of Voltalk. Roughly 3 weeks to go, and what an amazing semester we've had here on the show, filled with your latest updates, guests, talent, and with all this excitement and interesting and sometimes tragic stories that we've had happening around us here at UT, we've had the pleasure of talking it up with you. Now, with me today, we have Miss Mackenzie Watkins and Mr. Will Freeman. Thank you both so much for joining me today to talk it up with some ball talk. Yeah. So Mr. Will Freeman, president of the University of Tennessee, and Miss Mackenzie, which is one of our dear beloved interns that you will definitely see at the end of the show as well. So y'all guys doing okay today?
Yep.
Doing well, doing well. I have that title you mentioned for just a couple more hours now.
Just a couple more hours.
Yeah, trying to take advantage of everything I can.
Yeah, perfect time to bring you on the show, right? To give you your last little presentation.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't get in trouble for saying something bad now, right?
Exactly.
Are they going to kick me out?
Oh, wow. So how does the process even work?
Well,
you get to pass your crown down.
I wish. You know, through this whole week, students have had the opportunity to vote. So Tuesday through today, Thursday, they've been voting, hopefully. So we're trying to get that percentage up, and if a good chunk of students vote, which I think they have,
nice.
Next week will be a transition period where
Perfect.
I get out of here and I'm old news, and then whoever y'all vote for.
Every great story comes to an end.
Wow.
And Mackenzie seemed a little unsure. Did you vote, Miss Mackenzie?
I did vote.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I was about to say, she said, uh-huh, and I was like, Mackenzie, did you vote?
No,
so,
I did vote. I voted, I think I voted Tuesday.
Nice.
I think,
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. So as we know, there's always crazy things going on around campus, and yesterday we mentioned, or we had saw one on campus right there on pedestrian walkway as campaigns were running. Sex Week was doing some things, and SGA had the tent up as well. There were some people that went around and had protested against the LGBTQ community. So now, whether we know, we do know that they did not go through any consent forms or through any organizations or anybody on campus. And so, what is your take on that? I mean, I was in shock. I stood there for a minute and just kind of stared. There was a service dog, a young child, a young daughter there, and then 2 adults.
I didn't walk past it. I wasn't over there yesterday, but I saw a bunch on Snapchat, and I saw the dog wearing the sign. I felt so bad for that dog.
Poor dog.
Yeah.
Like,
So you said the dog was wearing a sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, when I saw it, it just said service dog. And it's the first thing I noticed. I was like, wow.
No, they had a sign on the dog. The dog was laying down. They had a sign like draped over it. It's like, oh.
And I had heard before, somebody had said that since that location right by Volunteer Boulevard is a, I guess, state or city-owned,
Right, rather than
entity,
university-owned.
that they couldn't be like kicked off campus or anything. But since UT's in the process of buying that, I don't know what the rules are, but I know students weren't happy about it. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
It was to the point where it went on for a good 2 hours. I went to class, came back twice, and they were still out there. And they said it almost got pretty violent and things of that nature too. So it's really, I don't know. I mean, it makes you realize that a lot of people, one, don't think really before they come out onto campus, and then two, to me, it's if they're abusing the power of freedom of speech, free speech. So it's like, people do take advantage of that quite often. It seems like,
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But so we are in a bit of a political aroma. We do. So you had mentioned SGA campaigns around the corner. Everybody's like, vote, 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 you know, and then we are down to what the last day is today. So what a great day to be on Voltalk, guys. So, you know, with the political aroma going on, we had mentioned last week on Voltalk that the tobacco bill.
Yeah.
Yes, so it was passed, but...
Yeah, as of 2 days ago, I made the decision to veto that. So I think I had to stand in front of the Student Senate, who a majority of them voted to pass that bill to make an SGA initiative to ban all tobacco products on campus. I had to give a few words to them on Tuesday about why I didn't think this was a good time in SGA to do that.
Right.
And that's a controversial issue. That's a tough one.
Yeah,
and
so you had said that, why not?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that our Student Senate is responsible for being the voice of the students, right? And so they voiced that, and a lot of them shared with their constituents, were concerned about what their constituents wanted from that. So I think that, you know, I can't argue that that's not what students want, because that's what they did. I think my perspective is, after talking to some administrators here on campus, after talking to a few other SEC school SGA presidents on what happened in their realm whenever they made that transition, I think our case is a little unique in that we would have to go through state legislature to make this change. So is that something that we could do? Very possible. It's not something that's you know, out of reach. I think it's something that everybody understands will take time, and I also think that the environment in Nashville right now is one that's Pretty hectic. So
Yeah, I mean, look at everything
Definitely.
that's happened in the past 2 years alone.
absolutely.
Just dealing
So,
with.
so I'm not 100% knowledgeable on what that would take in Nashville.
Right.
I'm not 100% positive on the percentage of student feedback on that. It's a controversial one. And it's just not one that I felt confident in moving forward. So.
Definitely, and yeah, so you had mentioned it wasn't a really good time for it. Could you explain more on that?
I think that we're here at this end of this year, and I like to think that students have been buying in throughout this year on different initiatives that we've had and decisions we've made.
Yeah.
I think that we've seen campaigns step up and say that they don't like the idea, and a lot of those members are ones that would have to carry that torch next year.
Right.
So I think that many people in SJ have seen that since I have vetoed this, there's not a good chance it'll come back up next year, and I
Yeah.
think this will take time to even come back to even being possibly an SJ initiative.
Right.
As far as the timing, I think that the timing in Nashville to pick something to advocate for this campus, I don't know if banning tobacco should be it next year.
Right.
And who am I to make that call? I'm no pro at that, but I think we've seen a whole lot come up that I didn't expect to tackle or have to have on the radar this year, and who knows what that's going to be next year. And I think I just got a little intimidated and a little nervous about SJ being held accountable for an initiative that may have to be put on the back burner, and an initiative that's very controversial on this campus. So I think it's something that could still be continued in the future. I just think now wasn't the time for that.
Yeah, so you mentioned that like this may, obviously it wouldn't come up as a bigger issue next year because it was already such a big issue now
Right.
as of whenever they were talking about it. So, and also the diversity and everything that has been going on in general, like you said, things are just kind of heated in Nashville, it seems like, right?
Definitely.
And so what do you think for the upcoming campaigns? What do you guys feel as though they would have to look forward to and be ready for, honestly, like have their guards up for certain things? What do you think?
Yeah, no, I'll jump in first here.
Yeah, go for it.
I think there were things that I didn't expect whenever I was
When
out on
you were-
pedestrian a year ago. So I didn't expect a change in the code of conduct here on campus, but we had to spend quite a few hours looking into that. I didn't expect all this stuff with legislators attacking the Office for Diversity and Inclusion. But I'm no pro again at how Nashville legislators think, but I have a feeling that there's conversations going on with everything about Sex Week continuing to things like the fact that a lot of those bills didn't get pushed through and passed. I don't know what the realm is over there, but I wouldn't be surprised if something like that came up again.
Yeah.
I think that even whenever we went to Nashville this year to try to have conversations and give the student perspective, the issues that they had 2-3 years ago were still issues. Even though it wasn't a
issues, I mean.
bill or something that they were standing out and saying, it came up in the room and they weren't happy about it. And so
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what they should be expecting, and they have a lot of initiatives they're going for that I think that they have every right to be able to kind of bring to the table with administrators. But
Right.
I think that we've seen this year, last year, and I assume next year it can be a toss-up.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Like,
yeah,
Yeah, because
definitely.
you feel confident with who you voted in, yeah.
Yeah, I do. I
Good,
do.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And we talked about that. It was really important that students here make sure they put in their votes for who they really think are going to be ready for the unexpected. It seems like, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely.
So you had mentioned bringing things to the table. It seems like bigger in Nashville, bigger senates are putting in 19 to 8 Monday night. They designate the Holy Bible as the official book of Tennessee.
Isn't this
So
the
with that
second time
said-
that they've tried to do this?
I would
I
say.
think it's the second time.
So this one had gone all the way through, and it says, despite the state attorney general's opinion declaring that it violates both the Tennessee and U.S. Constitution, separation of church and state, it had went through. So,
Yeah,
Is it
absolutely.
awaiting signature from the governor?
yeah.
Man,
Apparently he has 10 days, or even less than, yeah. So as of,
wow. Yeah,
to make sure he signs off on it.
I don't have a whole lot of political views or anything, and,
Right.
and as a Christian, I mean, that's something that's interesting, but I don't know if that's an expectation that I have of our state.
I kind of
so.
like the separation of church and state,
Yeah.
definitely. And I think
Yeah.
We
And
could-
they had always
yeah.
said separation of church and state, and that has been there for
yeah,
forever.
definitely.
So it's like they're bringing up
Definitely.
that. Yet here we go. UT's having all these issues that we've been battling with Nashville, and then here they're easily passing this one through. Yet can't really
Yeah,
pass a lot of our things through either. So that's been really hot all semester.
a lot of gridlock down there.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Yeah, so Monday night's action sends that bill to Governor Bill Haslam for the decision on whether to sign it in through law, veto it. Yeah, so that had went through 10 days ago, as we'd mentioned. A 15-year-old and a 17-year-old from Blount County. Are you all familiar with that area?
Maryville.
Maryville area, right? So apparently they had been, they got into seizures, vomiting, paralyzation, and hallucinations as well after eating gummies that had marijuana, THC that's normally found in marijuana was found in these gummies. So this is, what is this pink grasshopper? Dark, dank grasshopper. Orange gummies. Are you guys a fan of gummies?
No.
They were handing out gummies on pedestrian
They
this
were.
week, and I don't
Make
know
sure
if it
they're
was that
not
or not.
those
Yeah,
gummies.
I'm
I
not
have
sure.
never liked gummies, so.
As you guys can see, I have these racks on my mouth. I can't chew gummies anymore. But I don't think gummies is really a thing. They say like it doesn't really digest as any other food would either. It's like swallowing gum almost, you would think.
Wow.
Huh.
Ugh, I don't know. It just always had that like rubber feel to it. So gummy bears or.
So that's like a mass-produced type of gummies.
It doesn't look familiar enough
I've
to be.
never seen that anywhere. It looks very sketchy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like a 15-year-old who actually took it to their church where those other two people had choked on it, and then he was mentally disabled and passed these gummies out to people. So that's just a very unfortunate situation where that happened. Yeah.
Ooh.
So it happened at a Baptist church in Maryville, like you said, in Blount County, and that's just very unfortunate that someone bring all these gummies out to people and then. I don't know. I just watch the gummies that you guys eat out there. That is very, very tragic.
Like dank gummies.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So about 30 hairstylists in Knoxville, or at the Knoxville Institute of Hair Design, spent their afternoons giving away free haircuts to the homeless.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So here we go. Check this out. They went out there and, like I said, 30 hairstylists went and did that.
That is incredible.
That's super awesome.
It's just always, I think it's always really nice to go out there and give back to, regardless of who it is. We have Smokey's
Definitely.
Pantry here today, and it's really good to hear that kind of stuff's going on in Knoxville, aside from a lot of the negativity. Something bad happened yesterday, and then look,
Yeah,
people are giving free
definitely,
haircuts out to the
definitely.
homeless just today too. Yeah. And so moving forward, it says Rhythm and Blues is coming to Knoxville this weekend, April 8th through 10th. Yeah, are you guys gonna go?
I haven't planned on going, but I think one of the big bands coming is Mute Math, and I was able to see them, I guess, 2 or 3 years ago, and at the Bijou Theater. So it's pretty exciting. So
Have you been to the Bijou Theater?
No, but I'm
It's beautiful.
volunteering.
It looks like a nice little, like a Renaissance theater.
I'm volunteering at Rhythm and Blooms tomorrow
Nice.
night. Yep, for one of my classes.
Very cool, very cool. So is this History of Rock?
No, this is for my.
Everybody always talks about History of Rock. I hate History of Rock. I don't want to go to class today. I'm not going.
No, it's for my LLC class.
Yeah.
Actually, yes.
Very cool. What LLC are you in?
Kasner.
Kasner. Very
Yep.
nice.
Yep.
It is.
Were you in that?
I was not, but I was able to hang out with the group from last year some every now and then. So
Yeah.
Very cool, yeah. So you guys fan of rhythm and blues? What kind of music do you like?
I don't recognize anyone that's performing.
Yeah, me neither. You said who? Mute?
Mute Math is the name
Mute
of
Math.
one of their. I think it's one of the headline.
Yeah, it's like
headlining
one of the big
bands.
ones.
So, yeah, no, I'm.
One of the big ones that we've never heard about, so we're not going to talk about it.
I have
But,
no idea.
okay, so do you know anything about them?
I've got all their CDs in my car, but I don't know any of the fine details there. I think that they're a pretty upbeat alternative group. I don't want to spoil anything, but at the Bijou Theater, they made an entrance, with some drums, and they were ready to jump into the crowd. So maybe it'll be a good time. Maybe it'll be a good
So
time.
we heard Close by Nick Jonas earlier. Are you guys fan of the Top 40?
I don't.
Please tell me you are.
follow it
Top
a little bit on Spotify, yeah.
Okay, well, Spotify's.
Yeah,
What
like
about-
every once in a while I check it out. I mean, I'm from Nashville. I like country music.
Hey, yes, and then Will,
Yeah.
I'm guessing. You too? Do you like country music as well?
The boots may fool you. I couldn't get into it.
Have you guys ever been to the CMAs, maybe? You
I
said
have been there
from-
once.
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah,
Did you like it?
definitely.
I did.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was cool just to see that many people come together in Nashville. And
I went to school downtown, so anything country music related, our school just got.
Where'd you go to
feel
high
for
school?
it. Hume Fog.
Hume Fog.
Yep, right there on Broadway. It was
Whoa,
awesome.
that's cool. Yeah, we went to
Super
Atlanta
awesome.
over spring break and actually saw that there was a university. I want to say it was University of Georgia. Are you all familiar with that? How they have them placed right in the middle of downtown, like a portion of University of Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh, it was beautiful. Like to think that you would be in a big city and walking just every day to class.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
we-
it gives you that feel that if you would be going to work in the future, that's what it would be
We got to
like.
go out for lunch. We could go out anywhere downtown. It was cool.
Yeah.
And is that Georgia Tech in Atlanta? Because I've been through close to the heart of Atlanta, and we stopped through Georgia Tech once, and that's pretty.
Kendall,
cool
was it
place.
Georgia Tech? Okay, it was Georgia Tech. Yes. Okay, yeah. And I just think that's so cool.
That is super cool. It's a cool experience.
Yeah, but we're blessed to be at the university.
Yes.
This semester's been good. Will, you're about to give up your ranks.
Hey, you know, these people are very excited.
But it's happening so fast. It's what
is.
gets to me. We are
know.
3 weeks away from school.
Isn't that wild?
Yes.
I don't know where this year's gone.
Yeah, so this is our season finale and our final remarks, because after this show, we won't be back until after summer. So
Ooh.
you guys got anything else to say before we send it off?
No, I think I would say go vote, but I mean, there's only like an hour left.
Yeah,
you guys
we're
wanna
down
say
to
go Vols on
Yeah,
3?
little bit.
Hey, go Vols on
Let's
3.
say
That's
go
good.
Vols on
Let's
3.
do it.
1, 2, 3.
Go
Vols.
Thank you, Will and Mackenzie, for joining me today.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys. Moving on to the hottest part of our segment to see what's hot in popular culture. Taking it over there to Hot Topics. Fill us in.
What's up, UT? Welcome back to our last show. In case you forgot, I'm Cordell Young.
And I'm Michaela Bond.
Right. So today we got a whole bunch of stories for you. They're actually really impressive stories. So what we got first?
First, we have Kanye West, of course, making the news this week. But this is for something different, like The Life of Pablo.
His album that was exclusive to Tidal, he finally released it on April 1st, like it was a weird April Fool's joke or something.
Yeah.
To like the whole world, even though he said, never, never, never gonna be on anything with Tidal.
And we actually talked about that on the show,
We
too,
did.
how he didn't want to put his album out on anything else. And he was only like streaming, no more CDs. But I remember getting on Twitter, and I didn't know if it was true because I didn't download the album the same day. But a girl tweeted like a screenshot of the album on iTunes, and she was like, go get it. So
I have it.
I wonder what changed that.
I'm not gonna say I stole it, but I'm not gonna say that I paid for it.
Stop incriminating
But I'm just
yourself.
not gonna say anything because I'm innocent until proven guilty. Anyways, speaking of Tidal, Tidal is actually suing itself.
How does that work?
Sounds weird, but see, Tidal was bought by Jay-Z for $56 million.
And that was just like a year or two. It was
Yeah,
a year ago.
It's been like a year or 2
Yeah,
years.
I think they said in March
Right.
of 2015, Jay-Z bought Tidal, and again for $56 million.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with it is prior to Jay-Z, it was called a different name too.
Yeah, it was like Whip. I
Something
forget.
weird.
It's Norwegian. They bought it from
Yeah.
a Norwegian company.
But prior to Jay-Z buying it, they had like gave the wrong number of followers or streamers.
subscribers,
The
right.
subscribers, yeah, they gave the wrong number, and so now they're wanting to sue because of.
He wants some of that money back.
Yeah.
See, the Norwegian company, they bolstered up their subscribers by using this package. When in Norway, it was like a package deal, and so it was like home phone and like cell phone and like TV services. So they weren't really subscribers, but they
Yeah.
were. And so.
Do you think that influenced Jay-Z's like wanting to buy?
Oh yeah. He was like,
Tidal?
there's all these subscribers. So like, yeah, it's like when
Yeah.
people sell like their Instagram accounts. Like
Yeah.
they sell those. Like we
Yeah.
got like so many millions of followers, but that's like finding out they're fake.
Yeah.
So you don't actually have those amount of followers.
So basically, Tidal catfished Tidal.
Tidal catfish Tidal, exactly.
That's so crazy.
And the funny thing is, Jay-Z, and his company currently, Tidal currently use it, they bolster up their ratings as well by using the subscribers that count by free trials. So those people, everybody
that
on
doesn't
the-
make sense. If it's a free
Right.
trial, it's not really a subscriber.
But
Like
he uses
I
those
wanted a
numbers.
free trial. Oh my gosh, that's
He used
terrible.
those numbers just like the Norwegian company did, but he's suing them.
How?
It's so corrupt this week.
Yep. So the next thing, this one is fun. Oh Lord.
Do you want me to say it?
Go ahead. Go
Sarah
ahead.
Palin versus Azalea Banks. This one might get a few people mad. I wasn't exactly mad. I was just very disappointed at Azalea's comments.
Oh Lord. Okay, so Sarah Palin, if you don't know, she's a former Alaskan governor and potential vice president candidate back in the day. And Azalea Banks is a singer-songwriter, rapper. She does music.
I've heard of her, but I've never heard her music.
Yeah, I haven't either.
So I don't know why
really.
I think she's just trying to make herself relevant with this story. Anyways.
That's what they all do. So anyways, basically, Azalea got tricked. So she found an article online. It was a satirical article, so it wasn't real. And it said, quote, Palin, another quote, because it said that she said this, even the French understand that slavery wasn't our fault because the Negroes liked it. That's what it said. It wasn't real.
If it's satirical, aren't satire supposed to have like some kind of meaning, or at the end they say something like this isn't real? Like it's supposed to reveal, like don't believe this.
Right. It's not real. But Azalea Banks, being like as smart as she is, snaps. She goes off on Twitter, and essentially what she said, I'm like
paraphrasing.
I'm paraphrasing a lot. Basically saying that she was like, hey, I think we should get Sarah Palin, like we should cut her hair off, we should tie her down, and she should get like
wasn't like gang raped or something?
Yeah,
basically by big black men.
Yeah, she should get a train ran on her, which is gang rape, for those of you that don't know the slang, by the biggest, burliest brothers that they could find. Which
she was that was so counterproductive, because if you're trying to call somebody out on something like that, you don't want to make your own race sound
animalistic,
bad. Yeah, like
she made them into animals. She made it to where like big black dudes is like the worst punishment you can put somebody through.
Yeah, she basically just gave the former thoughts of white people, like she validated everything.
Right? She made it worse, because you know that's how you start a conversation. That's how you Michaela, if I have a problem with you, I hope that something bad happens.
That's just terrible. Well, the other thing is like, who is Azalea Banks? She's just trying to make herself relevant to like, and honestly, I haven't heard anything about this article. If it's satirical, then I think most of the people saw
it's from
like this
a while ago too, probably
satirical.
So what had happened was Palin responded. She responded pretty respectfully. She was saying that basically she didn't actually say that, and that Banks didn't exercise enough intelligence by not looking into it. Like she didn't.
I feel the same way. I do agree with Palin on that, and I don't agree with her on much.
I don't agree with her on much
either. But the other thing is too, like, I don't know. I don't know, because Palin is with Trump too, and so I would kind of be like, well, what are your views, Palin? Because
that's right. But
he's messed up in the mind, in my opinion.
But like Palin wouldn't say, the Negroes liked it. Like that's not.
I don't think she would say it. She would just do like.
Azalea Banks then responded by saying she apologized and said that she had a crash, quote, New York City sense of humor, which it's like.
I don't think that's an excuse. Where you're from is not. I think she just felt bad and she knew that she was wrong for it, and
she believed it. She believed what it said, and then she snapped and she had to like pull herself out of that corner and be like, "Oh, I was kidding."
But the problem is, I feel like if Chris Brown were to like go off on something like that, it wouldn't be as bad because it's Chris Brown. Like he does stuff like this,
or even Kanye.
Or Kanye, like
says whatever he
they're
wants
just like that. But and I don't want to bring gender into it, but it kind of plays a big fact. Like if a black man was like, "I hope this happens to you," it's different than a black woman or anybody else saying it.
It's viewed differently. It is. And so to wrap that up, Palin refused the apology and threatened to sue. So that's how that went down.
I'm not sure if this is going to go through. Like, is Palin going to take the time out?
Probably not.
Actually.
That doesn't make any sense.
Sue. I wouldn't sue. I would just, I don't know. I would be like, you're just ignorant. And I would have satisfaction from knowing that somebody was ignorant enough to go off on me without doing their research. Right. I wouldn't really want to sue. I don't need money. I'm not money hungry. She probably doesn't have enough money. That's why she's going out there like, let me get people to listen to my music.
Y'all remember that Azalea Banks concert? No. You don't, because that didn't happen. So the last thing, and this is the biggest story we had. This is the biggest story in a while. The Panama Papers. Have you heard of the Panama Papers?
Not until you told me about it.
Right. So the Panama Papers, this is huge. Edward Snowden called it the biggest leak in the history of data journalism.
Edward Snowden.
And he would know if you don't know
about
who that is. He's the person behind the WikiLeaks that like leaked a whole bunch of information.
Isn't he still in Russia?
Oh yeah.
We talked about him in Political Science the other day. He's still in Russia. He can't come back.
Yeah.
Like if he tries to travel anywhere, they're gonna have policemen and everybody there ready to arrest him. So
for leaking things like this. But it's huge. It's gigantic. So 11.5 million tax documents, and it sums up to about 2.6 terabytes of data. Now, if you ever save anything, like a document, like a piece of paper, doesn't take up that much space. But it's
not even a gig.
It's barely anything. It's 2.6 terabytes of data, all in like tax documents and PDFs.
And it's gonna take a long time to get through that to find out who's behind. Well, we know who's behind it, but like
right. So to break that down for you guys, because this is intense. So get ready. You gotta
Grab
pay
your
attention.
seats.
Grab
Hold
your
on.
seats. Okay, so anonymous source leaked out documents to the South German newspaper, and it was basically stating that a company in the middle of this is called Mosaka Fonesca. Like that, if you. That's
Fonesca, yeah.
Fonesca. It's a Panamanian company, and so they basically, what they do is they make shell companies. Which a shell company is something you would put your money into, but you
It's
you
kind
don't
of like
want people knowing.
an overseas account, basically.
Yeah,
And
it's overseas. It's out of here, so that no one
Yeah.
knows what you're spending money
Yeah.
on. Which sounds shady, but it can be used for good things.
Yeah.
And as far as tax purposes go, it's written off as like an investment, like you're investing your money into something. Apple apparently, like allegedly, actually, has a company, as a shell company like this, that allegedly has been used to like do research for cars. Like Apple's trying to build a car. And so with that being said, like it can be a good thing if you're investing in actual things.
But you have to like really be good at this kind of stuff, because like you can get fraud, not is it fraud, and there's like embezzlement, all kinds of
and, like,
counts for this kind of stuff.
Avoiding paying taxes and stuff.
Yeah.
But so this essentially, basically, here's what it is. So rich people, and like politicians and famous people, anybody has a whole lot of government officials, they're filling out their taxes, saying that it's an investment, and these shell companies in Panama are holding their money until tax season runs over, right? So they don't have to pay taxes. So you know what happens when rich people don't pay their taxes? It falls down to everybody else that has to pay the taxes for them. So that money is being held by this Panamanian company, and they get their money back, and it's just been happening over and over. It's up into the trillions of dollars.
That's crazy. And they actually got Vladimir Putin.
Yep, there's a lot of people.
He is involved in this as well. $2 billion actually have been found on him.
Yep.
And like basically they've only found this kind of stuff in Europe.
Yep, and it's coming to America eventually.
Yeah.
The guy who's like running it has basically said, hey, just wait. Just wait on it. Just wait on it. Some people that are on it are Vladimir Putin, the Icelandic Prime Minister, the King of Saudi Arabia, and even Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan. Okay, I didn't know about Jackie Chan, but
Jackie
that hurts
Chan
my heart because I look
has
up to him.
Lionel Messi also, in case you like soccer. Messi has accounts in this Panamanian papers.
That's just greediness in my opinion.
Yep.
Because I feel like if the lower class has to pay taxes, the richer people need to pay taxes too.
And they're not.
And they have that money to do it. So that really does bother me. But this is like a huge, huge thing.
So be on the lookout, y'all. Stay woke. Keep watching.
Just don't have any shell accounts. That's
Don't
like
get a shell account.
the basic thing.
Thank you very much. That's all we got for Hot Topics. We will see you guys later. Off to you, Justin. Bye.
Thanks, Hot Topics. It's been so fun having you guys on here. So moving on, as you all know here at Voltalk, we scout out individuals and organizations who are making impacts around our community doing what they love. With us today, Smokey's Pantry. Check out this video from Knox News before we have them join us.
It's been such a whirlwind. This project started in October, and now it's January, and we have like a little grocery store set up in our house. And so it's been quite the adventure, and it's been really amazing. So we are starting Smokey's Pantry in our campus ministry with a partnership of lots of different people from across the campus. It mainly is for students, faculty, and staff, but we're not going to turn anyone away. Anyone who's hungry is welcome to come and get groceries for the week. We don't ask for IDs, we don't ask qualifying questions. All you have to do is tell us that you're hungry and give us your contact information in case there's a food recall. We really need people to help get the word out. We need folks the day of, so every Tuesday from 4 to 8 p.m. If you want to volunteer, you can show up. In terms of donations right now, what we need most are things like shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, menstrual products, and things of that nature. The community has been so supportive, students have been so supportive, the administration has been so supportive, and I really think it's kind of a Spirit of Tennessee kind of thing.
As you saw, that was a little promo for Smokey's Pantry. Now with me is Andrew Frantz, an active volunteer of the Smokey's Pantry and co-director of SGA Sustainability Committee. So how are you doing today, Andrew?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. We're so excited to have you on here. That video actually got me super it filled my heart without a doubt. So tell me a little bit about yourself. So how did you get involved with Smokey's Pantry?
Yeah, so I'm involved with the Environment and Sustainability Committee, and so we do volunteering there, and then we were sort of the ones who spearheaded the idea and sort of got it off the ground and got it all set up at the Tyson House with their help.
Awesome, yeah, and so she had mentioned, and the young lady that was on the video had mentioned that there was a ministry here on campus, the Tyson House, that sits over there right next to JD and the Golden Roast as well. And so tell us a little bit about what the Smokey Pantry is, so we can keep elaborating on that.
And so we're open from 4 to 6 every Tuesday, and so students can come in. It's almost set up just like a grocery store. So you sign in, you get a bag, and then you really just walk around and pick up the food that you need. We have literally everything, so people come in and they think, oh, well, you're just going to have this. But we have fresh produce every Tuesday. We have freezer items. We have meat. So we really carry a large selection of items for students and faculty and staff to get. So
yeah, and as I spoke with you earlier, you mentioned that you all are trying not to just have food there, but to have many more items in the...
Yeah, so we carry like school supplies, so if you need binders, pencils, things of that nature, health products, so shampoo, anything that you need, we try to find it, we try to get it donated, so we always have those items for students and everyone there.
Yeah, so according to Facebook, FISH, known as Fish, the pantry here in Knoxville as well, has partnered with you all. So explain to me exactly some more about that.
So that's where we get all of our food. So all of our food comes from the Fish Pantry, and then they deliver on Tuesdays. So they did the initial delivery, and so we had them do that, and then they bring food on every Tuesday, the fresh produce.
Right.
And then we get some of our others from donations from different events that are happening on campus, to food drives, to just people talking with other students and bringing in donations throughout the week.
Nice. So in addition to Fish Pantry here in Knoxville, has anybody else partnered with you all as well?
We've had the facility services. They did a food drive just a couple of weeks ago. GSS, which is the Graduate Student Senate, they're doing a 5K, and so it's $10, and then all that money goes towards the food pantry. So that's something that's coming up in the next few weeks, so check that out as well.
Yeah, gotcha. So, well, tell me a little bit more about how you got involved with it.
Yeah, and so I was working, I became co-director of the Environment and Sustainability Committee with the student government this semester, and so it was just one of those things. You don't realize that there are so many people here on campus that aren't actually getting food, and so once we started to learn more about it, it was something that I just felt like was something that needed to be improved and something that really needed to be worked on, just getting the word.
Now, getting the word out there, what have you all done
we work with, we try to post on Facebook.
Yeah.
We work with the Student Government Association. They post through their social media. We've worked with housing services, so the best way is probably through your RA to know about things like that. We flyered everywhere.
Right.
But again, it's just one of those things. We stand out on the Tyson House from 4 to 6, telling students about free food.
Yeah. And it seems like one of those things where you kind of just want to open your arms out.
Yeah.
More so than anything, and just kind of welcome in those. So it's not something that you really want to, it's not like you're trying to force these people to come by too, so you just want to.
It's just a welcome environment.
Definitely.
We have people that just come and volunteer just to hang out sometimes on Tuesdays. We have others that will stop in and they'll just talk for a while. So it's just a wonderful environment to just come in and be a part of.
Yeah, definitely. So the Tyson House is here on campus, right there next to Hodges. And so, like, you all have not only had students come in, you know, for this assistance, but also people of the homeless community and just Knoxville natives. So can you explain to maybe give me a story on one of those?
One of the stories that I like is we had a student that was shopping at Goodwill, and they were talking to the woman checking them out, and she had a huge family, and she comes in every Tuesday now and gets some food after she's done working. So we're definitely glad that students are reaching out to people in the community as well, telling them about these resources that we offer.
Yeah, awesome. So you guys definitely offer a lot out for students. So now how can some students get involved?
Yeah, so if you check us out on Facebook, you can go ahead and send us a direct message, and then we'll sign you up. We always have it. If you want to, you can just stop in on Tuesdays from 4 to 6. So we always have things to do, always have different things that need to either be cleaned, need to be stocked, need to be going out and talking to students. So there's always that job that's there to be done.
Very cool, very cool. So there has been a recent issue that you all were aware of the homeless, the hunger and homelessness here on campus. When did you all become aware of that?
I think it's just been one of those things that we've always sort of, with the Environment Sustainability Committee, we've always been aware of, just making sure that we talk with students about these different things. I know for a lot of students, you know, Erica Davis, who is the director of the Sustainability Committee, she works, that's her job. Like, she goes out and does field studies of the homeless community in Knoxville.
For sure.
And so she reaches out as well through that to really talk with students.
Thank you. Yeah, that's great. So as he said, guys, make sure you follow Smokey's Pantry on Facebook on how to get involved, things like that too.
Yeah,
definitely.
And we hope
so
to see you there.
Yeah, do you guys plan to expand your efforts at all with the Smokey's Pantry as to like maybe reaching out or maybe do something mobile?
We're continuing to reach out. I think this semester we're just trying to get a base of where we're at. We're hoping to maybe expand to even more days next year, so having not just only one day a week, but maybe a couple days a week, different hours. But we also will be open in the summer, so students who are here during the summer semester still can come and get some food, so we'll always have that resource.
That's great to know that resources like that are available not only for students here at UT, but the whole community and the whole, like a whole nother community such as homeless people as well. Like, that's great to know that we have that. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm sure we've loved having you on. Thank you so much. So moving on, guys, as you know, with every great semester that we have here on Voltalk, we have great students behind the scenes. So for those of you who don't know them, you will now. Without the help of the hard work of these UT students, this show it wouldn't have happened, honestly. So before we bring them on, let's see what they've done this week with Ball on the Street.
Hi, I'm Casey Vincent, and we're here on Ped Walkway to ask students about their study habits in preparation for finals week.
I cry whenever finals come up, so
So do I.
I usually study in the library. I go to the 4th floor, a specific spot in the 4th floor. It's in the back corner. Don't go there.
I usually try to start at least a week ahead, usually in the library. Yeah, try to cram.
I usually study for finals by collecting all of my notes that I've taken throughout the semester, and I'm a very meticulous note taker. So I would go through and read through all my notes and highlight all the important parts.
There's a lot of places on campus where you can hang up your Eno and study at the same time.
I usually study with friends. It's easier. It helps to bounce questions off each other, and I just learn better that way.
Here's Voltalk Spring Semester Interns, everybody. Thank you so much for everything you guys have done. As I have said, this show would not have happened without you. Thank you. It's so good to finally see your faces on camera, am I right? Yeah. So I want you all to tell us who you are, what you're majoring in, and what your favorite part of being part of the show really was. Okay? No shade.
Okay, I'm Michael Willis. I'm an agriculture communications major. And my favorite part has just been the sense of community, because it's always great coming in and everyone just immediately cutting up.
I'm Abby Gass. I'm in agriculture communications as well. And my favorite part is literally the amount of laughter we have on set. It's really great. It's so funny.
We try to keep y'all laughing.
I'm Mackenzie Watkins. I'm also an agricultural communications
major.
And I've just enjoyed getting to know everyone on set, and it's just been great.
I'm Casey, and I am a communications major. My favorite part was probably Micah and Justin's excitement. You guys hyped me up. Michaela and Cornell singing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun. You guys are all keep me really pumped and excited every time I walk in.
Oh, you're giving me cold chills. Yes, moving forward. As you saw, a lot of our interns are not even journalism majors, guys. So this show has been a great time with all kinds of majors, all kinds of students, classifications, everybody. Moving on.
Well, I am a journalism major.
Yes,
so.
And we got one, folks.
So you have one. But yeah, basically just like, I really loved the atmosphere when you come on set. It just feels like really welcoming, and I just, I love to be able to like actually see like what it takes to produce a show, and just like really like learn the ropes behind it, if that's something I'm gonna want to do one day. So. Oh, and my name's Aubrey, if I didn't say that.
All right, I'm Alex. I'm a freshman and I'm an English major. I came in, I didn't really know like what I wanted to do, so being on the show like kind of helped me like see if this is what I really want to do, and it's cool to like see how a show is run in real life. So
yeah.
that's
So
what
but being an English major, I know you guys communications. At least that's part of who you guys are majoring in. English to journalism. Tell me.
Yeah. Well, actually, I started out. First, I was pre-med, then I was journalism, and now I'm English. But yeah, that's how it went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm Brittany, and I'm a communication studies major. I would say that my favorite part is just how laid back it is. Like, you would think like having an internship, because it's for class, that it'd be like super strict, but it's been like so chill, and y'all like.
Does it ever feel like that? It hasn't been stressful, has it?
No.
Okay, until you have to put your hands on something, it hasn't been too stressful, right? Okay, good.
I was definitely like pleasantly surprised by like how like just like chill.
Definitely. And last but not least, the man of the squad.
My name is Tyler Stuka. I'm a business analytics major, and I would say my favorite part about being part of Voltalk is getting to work alongside our amazing host, Justin.
Stop, you ain't got class. Yeah. So, real fast, guys, as you can tell, I have 2 mics on, so you probably hear me more than you should. Give me one word to describe what the semester has been. We have 3 weeks left in school, as I said at the beginning of the show. And yeah, one word or one skill that you've gained throughout this internship with us. And like I've said, it wouldn't have happened without you. So I'm really interested to see what that one word really is. Back around.
This semester, I have learned to use a planner because it was a lot busier. So I actually had to plan things out.
Yeah.
This semester has been crazy, but I would say from something I learned here is how to plug in a mic, because I didn't know how to do that.
Wait, did this happen today?
No,
okay.
yeah.
It was it today? We were.
Yes.
Hey.
Today.
Better late than never, right?
Right. This semester has just been really hectic. Yeah, my planner's become even more of my best friend.
Yes.
So yeah, that's probably what I would say.
I think this semester, probably sophomore year in general for me, has just been a lot more change than I thought it would be. Tyler can vouch for me when I can say I literally knew nothing about sound or like what the chords were even called.
Yeah.
But I know a little bit now, so I would say I gained some good experiences, some good knowledge through it all.
Perfect, and that's what we love to hear.
So yeah, I guess I just would definitely have to second the whole like it's been hectic thing just this semester. I transferred this semester to UT, so UT and everything that comes with it is very new to me.
Yeah.
And I think like really being a part of the show really helped me like kind of get in the spirit of the school. Just because like coming in, I really did not know like a whole lot, and so like you just like being able to be a part of the show and stuff like really kind of got me hyped up for the school. So,
Definitely.
Yeah, this semester has been pretty crazy for me too, but like coming to Voltalk has definitely like helped, I guess, relieve some stress. So it's like a time for me like when I'm not like thinking about school or whatever. So yeah, that's been cool.
This has actually been like my easiest semester ever.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say it's been hectic, but I guess the thing I learned was definitely production and camera work and stuff. I've never done that before, so it was cool getting to know.
Yeah, definitely.
So I kind of accidentally signed up for this class.
The best story for last.
No,
folks.
but like I've always had a passion for like video production and stuff like that. So me being here, it kind of really made me realize where my passions lie, and I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to be here and work with you guys.
This is great. Oh my gosh, I'm getting kind of sad, but we'll be back in the fall, so I'm not gonna get that sad. I want to know what your guys' career aspirations are. This may be a little hard, a hard question for a lot of us that are younger, but has this plan, I want to know what the career path was, and then, or what you're wanting to do, and then has it changed being here at Voltalk? Cool. Who wants to start? Do you want to go back around this way? What do you want to do? Are you ready?
Switch it up, go that way.
Oh, okay.
But they just, okay. Y'all think you up for the challenge?
Okay. I started this semester as an ad major, so up until like last month, I changed to communication studies, but that wasn't necessarily because of Voltalk. Just kind of things happen.
Yeah.
But I ultimately want to do like volunteer coordinator, like event planning for nonprofits. So
Yeah. So do you think that this production atmosphere has definitely given you some experiences you can
yeah,
take
I mean,
into that?
I think it definitely gives you like communication experience. Like you talk to new people, like the featured guests
Oh,
on the
yeah.
show and stuff like that. So
Yay.
yeah. There you
And
go.
Alex?
Yeah, well, I've already changed my major like twice or whatever, but
Hey, maybe we can hit it a third time.
I'm thinking about teaching, but I'm still possibly considering communications like as a minor, so yeah.
Yeah, so we're taking all these majors that are not journalism or communications, and we're changing y'all into communications majors. I like it.
Yeah, I am kind of like back and forth, honestly. I like love journalism, but at the same time I have a super big heart for children and working with people. So honestly, being a part of Voltalk made it just like a little bit harder because I was like, well, shoot, like I really like this, but I don't know what I want to do.
Hey, that's perfectly okay. You just got here. The fun just got started.
Right, exactly. So
yes.
I've just kind of taken my time really with it. But.
Yes. And Tyler?
So I've changed my major as well, and I really don't know what I'm going to be doing, but I love being here, so perhaps something similar.
Yay! And it's all about living in the moment, folks. We're in college. Have fun. Don't stress. So I'm really glad you guys said this has not made you stressed out, because if I'm not mistaken, last semester some people were like, oh yeah, it was a little hard. It was stressful. None of you guys have said that yet. Knock on wood.
I'm not really sure what I want to do after I graduate right now, but if all else fails, I could always just be a pop star.
Yes!
I mean, that's
Can you sing?
I mean, I can carry a tune. I can't
Me too.
sing.
Do you
but
want
like,
to sing together?
We don't have to.
Okay.
Maybe
Look
some
for it
other
next
time.
fall, folks.
Well, we can be a special guest.
On
next,
yeah.
on Voltalk
Let's
next
do it.
semester.
Let's do it.
Like, can we choreograph a dance too?
Yeah, and I'll do a backflip.
Okay.
Those of you who
Can
don't
you
know, I
actually-
can flip. I can flip. Micah
I
and
can do a
Melita
cartwheel.
don't want me to, but I can do it.
I can do a
We'll do it. We'll do all the fun things, and we will be popping and dropping and flipping and flopping.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait. Are y'all ready for it too?
This
And we'll
is
come
gonna
up with
be
the whole
great.
thing.
This is gonna be great. This might even spark
Yes.
my pop star career.
Okay. Yes, that's perfect.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, well, I want to go into kind of the public relations field, but more leaning towards motivational speaking. So I want to be a motivational speaker to teenage girls about self-confidence and self-esteem. So yeah.
Bring that on Voltalk. We
Yeah.
can talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Look for it in the fall, folks.
Well, as I said, I'm an agriculture major, and I would absolutely love to work for a lobbying organization called
Yeah.
Farm Bureau.
Yes.
And yes, I got the opportunity to talk to the director of communications there.
Oh, yeah.
And he spoke to me about how important it was to compile videos, and so this really just has solidified that aspiration.
Yes, and then you can give me discounts on my car.
Wrong Farm Bureau. I can probably
Farm Bureau, right? Insurance.
insurance and his lobbying organization.
Oh. we can work it out, Micah. We can work. But no, that's
Bean,
great to
maybe?
hear.
Corn?
Yeah, we'll like
There
slide
you
it past stuff.
Well, I just changed my major to communications this semester, so all these courses I'm taking are new as well. This internship definitely helped me figure out more about the aspect of journalism because I really didn't know too much about it. But I just found out today, actually,
Yes,
that I got
news.
accepted into studying abroad program in Sydney, Australia that involves a journalism internship.
Yeah.
So if I can go, I hope that I can go and kind of figure out more about it because I don't really know my passions yet. I'm still
No,
kind of,
that's
tiptoeing
fine. That's
around.
perfectly fine.
But being here definitely helped me figure out. I'm definitely interested in news reporting after
Definitely.
this, and hopefully I will become more interested in journalism as I go. Hopefully to Sydney, Australia. Hopefully.
And while you're in Australia, we will be here on Voltalk in the fall, updating you on her trip in the semester-long internship. That's great, guys. As I said, the show would not have happened without you. Thank you so much for all your hard work and dedication. I'm not going to cry because we still have 3 weeks left in school, and we'll do something fun before we all get out for school, because that is the most stressful part about being at UT, am I right? Yeah. Well, folks, that's all we got for today's show. Thank you so much for tuning back in. This has been the interns with us, and it wouldn't have been possible without them.
You talk, we talk.
This has been Voltalk. Go Vols!